in this first quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it, right?
It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's
trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Defense showing blitz.
Let's go! Let's go!
After the interception, here's Taylor. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Bills call on the punt unit and Colton Schmidt. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Jerry Hughes on the stop. Here's the 11 starters on defense for Buffalo. And the new coaching staff really coming in. They can look at 2 numbers, kind of yin and yang. They're good against the pass, 6th in the league, 29th, though, against the run.
Well, if you look at this new coaching staff that has taken over in Buffalo and trace their past, it starts with them stopping the run. Because they are a very aggressive, blitz-happy type of a group, but it only begins with stopping the run first. So I expect that number to improve in 2017 for Buffalo.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. A second down throw for Prescott. And his pass incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Let's go! Flex round! 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 Flex round!
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's got the connection to Cole Beasley. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 7 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Well, the field goal attempt is well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Ohio! Here we go!
Prescott on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here we go! 1-9! Flex round! Flex round!
Play clock winding down. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's go! 1-9! Ohio! Ohio!
They go play action with Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and that brings up 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop in 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. 3rd down, still 14 yards left. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Let's go.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Prescott to throw it. And that's caught by Beasley. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw again. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Taylor. And Woods has got it. Buffalo touchdown. Robert Woods from 17 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's
you know
go.
I like to do that
Let's
randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Let's go.
A first down throw for Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go.
And again, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th. There he goes, left side. Picked off by Corey Graham. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Those free safeties.